When we're talking about attention management, we're talking about how can you best use the 24 hours you're given every day. When I say attention management, what I mean is your ability to focus. Throughout the day, how well can you stay attached, focused, and working on the things that you need to get done that day to move towards your long-term and short-term goals. Attention management is a little different than time management. Time management is, there's 24 hours in a day, how do you allocate that time? Now, as we all know, allocating time versus actually focusing and doing stuff at the time we're supposed to be doing it is very different for anyone that's been stuck in a YouTube wormhole or anywhere else. Attention management is more, we've already set up our day, we've planned it, we know that 11 a.m. we're supposed to be working on that email to Greg. How effective are we being at focusing on that email, writing it well, and sending it on time without getting distracted or without failing to complete it before having to move on to the next time slot we've allocated for the day. Attention management, in my personal opinion, has become an essential skill in order to succeed in your work life, as an entrepreneur, and even in your personal life. There are so many things pulling for our attention. I could grab my phone right here and show you, in the last minute, I've got an Instagram notification, a text message, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 emails, a YouTube notification, and it's gotten very hard to focus. Your email inbox and your push notifications are your to-do list as dictated by other people. Everything that comes in your inbox, every push notification you receive is something that people want you to do that you didn't decide. It was sent to you, given to you. And so making sure that you're scheduling time away from that you can think, figure out things for yourself, being present, and knowing what you need to get done and execute against will be all the difference and a huge competitive advantage compared to everyone else who is simply just doing what they're told through an inbox or through push notifications. It's become very important, though, to be able to focus. The same work has to get done as 30 years ago, as 5 years ago. And so building these skills now is only going to behoove you in the future as these things accelerate and it becomes harder and harder to focus. There are two aspects to attention that I really want to talk about and highlight, and it's prioritization and focus. Prioritization is figuring out what tasks you should be allocating your time to, what matters, what needs to get done. And then focus is your ability to execute on those tasks. The ability to be in the present, give it everything you have, zero in on it, and get it done in a meaningful manner that you can cross it off the to-do list, be happy, be excited, and move on to the next task. We're going to deep dive into how you can optimize your prioritization strategies and your focus throughout the day. Before we jump into that, though, there's a few tips and tricks and kind of high-level things that I do in my day that I think you might find value in, and I'd like to share with you now. One of the first ways that you can optimize taking the time each day is meditation. I'm a big fan of taking the time to be present, not just in our own mind, but your own body, and really understanding what you're feeling and what needs to get done. There's some great apps out there. I highly recommend Headspace. It's a guided meditation app that takes you through 10 days right off the bat. Another great one is Calm. Really lets you be tranquil. It even helps you go to sleep if you're stressed and you need help going to sleep at night. There's some guided stories and sounds that can put you at ease. Another way to schedule time in your day to keep your mind clear is to just start to unplug and power down before you go to bed. You can keep your phone in the other room and you could pull out a book or a magazine and just take the time to read something in print. I promise you'll feel much better for it, and it'll feel much more intentional than just zipping around notifications and app switching. You'll start to unwind, and after a chapter or two or a few pages, you'll start to actually get sleepy and you'll turn the lights off and you'll go to bed. Even before that, another thing you can do is turn the night shift mode on your iPhone. If you have an Android, you can also download an app called Flux, which is also available for your computer as well if you're doing email or you're on your desktop late into the night. Working out is also super important for scheduling time into your day to keep your mind clear. Pumping endorphins into your bloodstream is one of the best ways to keep yourself happy and keep your stress levels down. Working out reduces the level of cortisol in your bloodstream, which is the chemical that drives stress in your body. And so working out daily, maybe taking a day off or two a week, but consistently working out and keeping your body in good shape will really help you keep your stress levels down, be able to focus better when you need to. One easy way to grab a win right off the bat is to simply make your bed in the morning. There's actually a little bit of science backing this, and it's also a big technique in the military, but making your bed in the morning, taking the time to intentionally do that every day is a little win, and you do get a little hit of dopamine for crushing that goal and taking it off your to-do list. And from there, you can carry that momentum with you throughout the day. That's if you have a little bit of time. If you have a much longer bit of time, one of my favorite stories comes from Dennis Mortensen. He's the founder of X.AI. Every Sunday, Dennis lives in Wall Street, and he takes the 6th train up to 125th Street, 125 blocks north of his apartment, and with no headphones, no iPhone, no technological distractions, he walks back to his apartment. And it takes him a few hours, but he takes everything in his brain and he mentally puts it into the boxes. That meeting that he has on Thursday with his executive team, that they want to discuss the new AI they're going to roll out. It's all ready, and he thinks about it and he compartmentalizes it. And so what Dennis has told me is when he gets into that meeting on Thursday, there is no, oh, I need to get back to you and think about it. It's already been done. And so he tells his team what to do, they go and they execute on it and they crush it. So those are a few things you can do to optimize your overall attention. Next, we're going to dive into a few ways that you can minimize distractions throughout the day.